Hey guys, welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast. Go, Sean.
We're here again.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah?
Yes.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Hope you guys are doing good.
Yes, and doing great.
Yeah.
And good.
Yeah, great.
As a great week.
As always, we appreciate the Patreons. Cheers to you guys. You keep the show on the road.
Literally.
Thank you, guys.
Like, without you, we would have quit. Our wives would have killed us. And we would have been hemorrhaging.
That's right. So we got an interesting one. These boys have never heard of it,
Literally,
but
apparently, according to Eric, it's top.
It's in the top tops. You know,
top 10 or top 100?
Top 1,000. Top 50.
Top this is ever.
And it's more of a mysterious situation. You know, like a mystery, like a dead bodies,
murder mystery.
Yeah.
We do
exactly.
a couple. We do some of those.
Yeah,
We do some of those.
We bleed into that niche.
I know.
So-
Right?
So it's called the Dyatlov Pass incident.
Okay.
And this is something that happened a long time ago, about 60 years ago.
And it's Dyatlov.
Yeah. And so we upgraded our research because we have live photography and photos going on right here.
Oh, this is my guy right here. This looks like There Will Be Blood guy. It's like with that fucking like a pilgrim hat.
So you guys have never heard this?
No,
not
never
once.
even heard
Not
of
one
this
time.
word.
Never.
So this is a place? This is like a city or what?
Yeah, it's
a
pretty
pass.
much in the it's in the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union. So in the Soviet Union being in the 50s. So
Okay,
this looks
these people look Soviet Union.
yeah, they look
Oh, yeah.
Soviets.
Yeah.
They're very Soviet.
They look like What do they
Snow
call them?
everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking cold as shit.
Comrades.
Comrades, yeah,
We're
like
comrades
They're
in
comrades.
arms.
Yeah, comrades. Snow, comrades, log cabin. Very Soviet.
So the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most enduring and perplexing mysteries of the 20th century.
Perplexing.
In short, in 1959, 9 experienced hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov,
Igor. No, that's what Dyatlov.
so that's why it's called Dyatlov, right?
Okay.
They embarked on an expedition of the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union, only to meet a tragic and inexplicable end. The bizarre circumstances surrounding their deaths have sparked numerous theories, conspiracy theories, and investigations.
Enter us.
No,
Enter the
Abominable
conspiracy.
no explanation has been found.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
got me.
See what you
I'm
got.
hooked. I'm hooked.
Yeah. All right. So on January 23rd, 1959, Igor Dyatlov and his group set out on what was intended to be a challenging but routine skiing expedition into Ortian, a mountain in the northern Ural region.
I'm sorry. I'd love to be like the guy to be like, hear me out.
Yeah.
We're gonna go hiking.
No, this is like our Antarctica expedition.
Well, no, because we're
Hear
looking,
me out.
we're looking to find something. We're looking to find a hole in the earth. Like these guys are just like, we're just gonna go hiking,
Yeah, we're gonna go hiking.
and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And you're gonna love
Also,
it.
but
This
keep
is like
in mind,
cross country skiing.
Yeah.
type thing.
That does very.
but keep in mind,
cross-country.
it's 1959. You don't have a lot to do.
Yeah, there's no
In
like
the Soviet
TV.
Union.
Yeah.
And in the Soviet Union too, they're
You
like,
don't got a lot to do.
"Ugh."
Yeah. You're not like TikTok scrolling.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm busy. Fuck off.
I mean, this is looks like
Yeah,
out in the middle of nowhere, some log cabin.
Yeah, they look at these like
Yeah.
poor Amish people. They're like, we're taking a cabin.
So we have some great photographs, and just to give you a little teaser here, these photographs were found on their remains.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're all like happy, like loving it.
So these are the photographs taken between 1 and 3 days before they died.
Oh my god, that sucks. Because
So it's
these,
kind of
these bros
eerie.
are like loving it.
Yeah, so it's kind of an eerie, like
Their final moments.
happiness. Yeah, like they're all
like hugging each other.
chilling,
Oh,
no big deal. Yeah, no big
They're
deal.
all speaking Russian. Oh, kakala. Привет.
So the group comprised of 8 men and 2 women, and they were all experienced
Sucks for those
hikers,
women, sorry.
and they were from the Ural Polytech Institute. One hiker, Yuri Yudin, turned back because he had a sciatica flare-up. So there's one of these people
Who lived?
who lived,
Because he had sciatica.
and so he just couldn't make it, and he just couldn't do it. And
That would be
and
me.
it's-
That'd be me, like with my fucking back. Seriously, with my once you hit over 40, it's fucking sciatica.
Like,
All day, every day.
Or it's like I need a cold plunge.
Yeah.
So I gotta go.
So just a few days like into their journey, he was like, "I'm out.
I
can't.
I can't
fucking
do it.
ski.
I
Like,
can't do it."
fucking
Yeah.
lucky guy. Goddamn
So
it.
that left 9. So there were
Hashtag
9.
sciatica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had planned to send a message back to their sports club about 3 weeks after taking off. So when the club didn't hear from them by February 20th, a search party was sent out. Okay. On February 26, 1959, the searchers discovered the group's abandoned and badly damaged tent.
Here it is.
Here it is. That is the
that
tent
looked
they
like
found
a
it
fucking,
out.
like an avalanche fucking hit that thing.
Yeah.
Like that literally looks like an asteroid hit that fucking tent.
What is that right there?
The tent.
Looks like a cross.
Now
It
here's
does look like a cross.
here's the
maybe,
wild
maybe
part.
It's like a
Here's where it
Probably
gets,
like the part of like the top of a tent or something.
yeah, maybe and like it like ripped off the fabric.
So here's where it starts to get real wild and weird. Yeah. The tent had been cut open from the inside,
Maybe there was like a little avalanche, or something,
Right.
like the cave in.
and most of the hikers' belongings, including shoes and clothing, were left behind.
Oh, so it had to be like it's like collapsed, and you're like escape.
Yeah.
It's not like Trump. Get my shoes.
Then they found footprints for 8. They found footprints leaving the tent for 8 footprints.
But
Instead of
did they
9.
find a body in the tent though?
Hear it out. No bodies in the tent.
Maybe this dude was taking a shit, like barefoot, like ripping one, like.
So 8 footprints leading away from it.
Oh, maybe they dragged him out. Like they could have dragged him out, and there's no footprints. So.
Carried him out.
The footprints in the snow indicated that they fled the tent with in barefoot.
Oh fuck!
no
that.
shoes.
No way.
Now, keep in mind,
I'd rather die than get
the
frostbite.
temperature.
Fuck that.
Keep in mind, the temperature was around -10.
What
God.
the fuck? -10? It gets like 60 here, and I'm like
Yeah.
freezing. Like,
So, over the next few weeks, the search party found 5 of the bodies, and they were spread out over the snow in various states of dress, including some of them with no pants on.
oh man, this is not good.
The first 2 bodies were those of Yuri and Yuri Krivachkanegas.
So multiple Yuris.
Basically, multiple
course.
Yuris.
Of course,
Now-
it's Russia,
Like,
baby.
It's like Jose.
Yeah,
Now,
I know, it's
they
like,
were
Jorge,
found-
Jose.
They were found.
One.
They were found a mile away.
That's how far they got.
All of them?
That's how far they got. The first 2 bodies
Okay.
were found a mile away. Yeah,
Mhm.
they were in their underwear,
Oh, poor guys.
and they were next to a burned out fire pit.
Oh, so they were like trying to like survive. They're like,
okay.
please.
The first Yuri had burns on his body, and a piece of his flesh that was in his mouth had been bitten off by his own hand.
Oh, so was that? Wait,
Wait.
what?
Yeah, it gets fucking crazy.
Wait,
just so
he
you
bit
know,
his own hand.
just so you know, this shit gets fucking wild and weird.
Is it like delirium or
Jesus.
something?
Just
Like-
so you know, if we didn't do that, we did the disclaimer. Yeah, disclaimer.
Yeah.
It's
well,
gonna get wild.
disclaimer's
Yeah.
always in
It's-
there.
Yeah.
Don't listen to this. Like, yeah.
People love that disclaimer.
I know
Yeah.
they really
I
do.
know.
That's a really hot. That's a really hot take.
So basically, there was a piece of his flesh in his,
His
mouth,
own mouth
that
that
he
he-
had bitten off.
how do they know he bit it off?
Well, because it's missing from his hand and it's in his mouth.
That's a really solid point.
So then the bodies of another Igor and Zanata
There's like 7 Igors.
and Rustim were found at a different distance from the tent, suggesting they were trying to return to it. All 5 of those students appeared to have died from hypothermia, which caused an
Makes sense.
erratic. This is what they say: is they caused an erratic behavior
Yeah.
and paradoxical undressing of their clothes.
That is the thing that I've heard. That
Oh,
like,
yeah?
it causes like you go into like this weird like kind of hysteria, and like you'll like, oh, I'm hot.
You think you're burning up?
I'm melting. I'm take my shit
So
off.
some of these people were found with no pants on.
Wow.
I'd like.
Okay.
I'd be like, kill me already.
So
Please,
now that's
do me a favor.
so that's 5 bodies of the 9.
okay.
Yeah.
So, but then one was already like sus
Yeah,
because there was like
yeah,
8
yeah.
footsteps.
So months later, after some of the snow melted, investigators discovered the bodies of the remaining 4.
Where were they? Oh.
Yeah. They had even more crazy injuries, including they had fractured skulls,
Ooh.
twisted necks. Half of them had missing eyes.
What?
Dubinina her tongue was removed.
No way. What the fuck?
The initial medical examination revealed that Ludmila and Dubina and Sabina Semyon, these are hard to say, had major chest fractures.
So they were like bludgeoned to death.
And Nikolai had a fatal skull injury. Dubinina's tongue and parts of her lips were missing.
Parts of her lips? Were they like cut off, or there was?
And these are the photos from the investigators.
Like oh damn! Look at this shit, bro.
Oh my god.
The eyes are gone. Like the eyes are out the sockets.
That's crazy.
Dog. You think it's like a weird like cannibal,
it's dark.
like a cannibalism type?
It's really fucking dark.
I'm starving. Give me your eyeballs.
So the initial investigation into the death couldn't determine that a crime took place, but the initial investigation said it was a force of nature.
Well, it's also like we're talking like Soviet Union like investigation.
Yes.
So like
In the 50s.
sure, like whatever the fucking
commissar
says.
these other 15 or 20 photos that you're looking at is they found their journals and they found their cameras.
Ooh, the journals! I would love to know what those journals say. What the fuck?
And it's the last photographs and entries show that the group was in good spirits. And
they look like they're like killing it.
Yeah,
not like I'll eat your eyeballs.
There's capturing like their journeys in the final days and the la la la.
Yeah, what the fuck is this one?
Including
is this like a hole that the body's in?
Including this photo.
Ooh, the fucking
this photo sparked
Who is this
theory,
dude?
The theory of the Yeti.
Oh shit!
So basically, what we're looking at is this photo.
It was found on their camera on their bodies.
It's like a not silhouette. Like it literally.
It looks pretty.
It's so silhouette.
Yeah. So it looks like a guy.
But it's fine.
I mean, pretty human size. Like it's not like he looks bigger than normal.
Who knows the distance though?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, this could be like maybe it's like a big. I don't know. It does look like a dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like fur.
No, it does not look like fur.
Maybe it's like a very hungry man.
It could have been one of them.
It could have been one of them.
It could have totally been.
But 100%. It also could have been a Yeti.
But I thought Yetis were like white.
Exactly.
And that
or Bigfoot.
Homie looks like he's wearing like a shirt.
Yeah. Oh, that looks like a jacket or something.
I know, but maybe it's just super fuzzy. Like,
yeah.
Why do they all gotta be shitty?
I mean,
it's in the 50s.
But you can tell the difference from the torso to like the legs.
Yeah, it looks like a dude.
It looks like he's wearing regular dude clothes.
But the Yeti and Bigfoot are obviously humanoid figures.
But would they be wearing like North Face?
Yeah,
jackets?
North Face. I know, like maybe they're like really hip. Yeah. Like, you know, the Yeti was just like fucking like minding his own business on
Yeti
a hike.
Cooler.
I know, with a Yeti cooler, he was drinking some fucking high noon.
Yeah,
like living it.
So in short, that is the story.
Now
we have a lot to go
crazy
over. We have a lot to go over.
No, but like the weird injuries are like crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
so
why
this
is
is
really wild.
This is a body.
Fucking hand
this
off?
is a body.
I know. It looks like it's in like a hole. Or something.
You can't really tell that one.
Oh,
I
like
see
this,
now.
like this.
So it's like laying down, like
I
face
mean, these
down.
are grotesque photos.
Yeah,
like,
this one's laying down, face down.
I would hate to be the photographer. Like,
yeah,
ugh. Yeah, because that's like the head and like his arms, like his arms, like that. Yeah. They're not like much worse than like these two dudes are like vibing, living their best life.
So this story has for 60 years has become
70
conspiracy of UFOs, Yetis.
Definitely not UFOs.
Definitely not.
Definitely not UFOs.
No, we're not on that.
But I mean, you know, all the different things started to come out because
I mean,
there's no explanation.
Especially with the weird injuries too. The crushed fucking, crushed your chest, crushed your head,
skull.
I can see a Yeti being like, bitch.
But the weirdest one is like the eyes and the tongue.
And I know,
yes.
and the lips. It took out part of her. Why her lips?
So I'm gonna go over a couple of the theories from the families and from other people who are nearby. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll see if you guys like them or not. Chat about it. Yeah. So the family of Nikolai, who was one of the victims, who had severe head trauma, long believed. So the family believed that the hikers encountered something extraordinary, that they continued to be skeptic of what happened. And like a lot of people say, oh, it's an avalanche.
That's what I mean. You look at the tent; that looks like a fucking avalanche. Like,
so they go, okay, well then, how were they found a mile away with severe trauma without an animal wound?
Mm-hmm. Oh, like the wolves would have been like,
yeah,
hell
yeah, exactly.
delicious.
So that family continues to this day to say that
and it's also
something
like,
weird going on.
That they were murdered, or what did they say?
All they say is some sort of
foul play,
special circumstance.
And if you think like if the avalanche caused like that some of that trauma, like. Do they actually make it like pantsless, shoesless, a mile away, and like build a fire like when like your head's smashed in? Like, there's no way.
Wow.
So, who found the second batch of bodies was a indigenous people called the Mansi.
Oh, I think the Mansi are responsible. We just found the culprit.
There you go. So a lot of people suspected that the Mansi did it.
Oh, that's what I suspect.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
The Mansi.
The theory was that hikers trespassed on sacred land.
Yeah.
However, they were like naked too. They're like, you sons of bitches.
However, there's no evidence or signs of struggle or human conflict, and the Mansi were cleared of suspicion, and they didn't.
Signs of struggle.
I mean, besides the skull crushing
and the tongue missing, no signs of struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, was she just like accepted it? Like, that's a struggle.
Yeah. Okay, a couple other weird things to add to this. 2 of the bodies were found large amounts of radiation.
Okay, this is getting weird.
What the fuck?
2 of the hikers.
This is getting way weird.
Yeah. Now, some say some evidence of countering that is that some of them worked
like a nuclear power plant
years earlier in radiation environments.
No, but you wouldn't still have a large amount of like
correct
like,
on your clothing.
No, it's called a thing called half-life, and
yes,
like
correct.
It's obviously you take a shower, water washes away radiation, and you're in the snow.
Right.
Like, come on.
So take that. Put that in your little mind.
Little lunchbox.
Yeah. Additionally, Dyatlov, so Igor Dyatlov, who was the party leader, was meticulous. He was a leader. He was careful.
He was Igor?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, he knew what he was doing.
He wasn't like a fucking scrub.
This was not like us
for his first rodeo
on a thing.
Us going to
Antarctica.
Yeah, no.
Like, we'd be like, what
exactly.
do we
get? Yeah.
Which way's north?
So put that also in your little cap.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The 10th hiker was named Semyon, and he was the oldest member of the group, and he joined the expedition at the last minute. He was a World War II vet. And he was not a student at the institute.
Sketch.
Okay.
He was like
outside.
His presence led to
His
presence led to various theories about who he was connected to in regards to the military.
Oh, like they're like keep an eye on him.
Okay.
He's like, oh, I just love hiking. I love hiking so much. Yeah. But if you had,
trust me.
Trust me.
So I mean, you look at the photos and they're happy, they're doing well.
They're really happy.
I mean,
like,
so
these guys are loving it.
So see the photo of them on
this one?
No,
and
this
like
one?
the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Supposedly that was the day of.
Oh.
Because think about it, you find the camera,
And you go, and
and
this is like a camera from the 50s.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's so supposedly they were just living their life,
And that looks
like
like it's a storm. Like
Yeah.
that does not look like
It does
happy,
not look-
happy
no.
like fucking
No.
environment. Like not like these are
No.
clear.
It does
This
not
is
look
like
Florida.
This is like
yeah,
the oh
this is
shit
shit's
moment.
yeah, like shit's like they're like we made a mistake.
Yes.
We should not be doing this, but let's get through it.
So here are some of the top theories. One is the avalanche.
I mean that that makes
Because
sense.
of that.
No, because of that right
one.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
One of the earliest and most accepted theories is that an avalanche forced the hikers to flee their tent.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
So then they flee a mile away.
And then they go crazy.
But
This is
8 out of 10? Or 8 out of 9?
9 out of
8 out of 9.
8 out of 9.
Because the one guy went home with the
or you
sciatica.
carry him
So
and you
weird.
don't.
That's
you
what
don't
they,
have,
or you carry him
you
out.
carry him.
Yeah, you
Maybe
carry
you
him
got
out.
hurt
He got hurt.
Okay.
and you don't have prints.
Maybe he was a skull
Right.
crush guy, and he's like, and they're like, get him out of
Yeah.
here, brother.
Okay.
The panic-stricken group, inadequately dressed for the extreme cold, succumbed to hypothermia.
Okay, wait, whoa. One thing I just thought of is like, even when you're like, I get it, like you're in your tent, you're not sleeping without pants.
No.
And like, so how
No.
do they get pantsless?
Negative 10?
And you're not sleeping without socks on?
No.
Negative 10.
Like, how you gonna be barefoot?
Ever.
How you gonna be never?
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I fucking sleep in pajamas on.
The only
and
explanation...
I don't like
it's
that at all.
90 degrees
I
outside.
agree.
100%.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
But the only explanation to that would be about the hypothermia.
Oh,
you're
and they
talking about.
like
that
they went
they
crazy.
get delirious and
Do you subscribe to that though?
I have I have no idea about that.
I have no experience with.
No, hell no. We live in Florida. Like, we don't have any experience with that kind of shit.
I'm taking clothes off because I'm melting.
So the argument
I do this shit every night. Like, take my clothes off. Can't fucking sleep in
Turn
the
it down. My power bill. Fuck it.
So I watched a couple documentaries on this, and the theory of the avalanche is, here's the problem with it. They didn't. It's not like they camped or they weren't on a tent on a major
the base of a mountain.
Yeah, the slope was about 22 degrees.
But then how is it fucking...
So how is 22 degrees?
It's like this.
It's not very much.
It's not like shit's going to like fall on top.
Right. Okay. So the theory of the avalanche is that it's... You ever see like a square slab and it just kind of...
Oh, just like shits off? Yeah. And it's not really an avalanche. It's just like
It's like a
slab of ice and snow, like this kind of like sheds off like a mountain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it kind of like just goes. Shoot.
Yeah.
It's like a solid.
So it's like a weird baby avalanche.
Okay.
Essentially, but
is it possible that there could have been like some really heavy snow throughout the night?
Maybe. I mean, look at the photo. It looks pretty gnarly.
That's like a lot.
Like this looks gnarly.
Yeah, but this is days later.
That's days later.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
it is
days
days later. I didn't even think about that. Like,
Yeah.
maybe that
Days
happened
later.
after the fact.
Right.
Like
So
maybe the tent was like fine.
So
No, they
here's the
cut
theory.
themselves out.
But
though.
Right.
But
Yeah,
you
they
can
cut
see the
themselves
slope
out the
right
tent.
there. That doesn't look
Yeah,
like,
you can see the slope.
it does
right
not look like an avalanche area.
A sniper could easily easily on that slope.
You see what I mean though?
Yeah.
It looks like just land.
Yeah, and if there was a real avalanche, you would think that like everything's gone. Like this is all covered. Like not like the little pole's not gonna like withstand the avalanche.
Yes, but remember it's days later. So
Well, how would it
We
still be
don't
standing
know.
up? Okay.
But I mean, here's the theory, right, of the avalanche.
Here's the theory.
Yeah.
Back
Here's
to
the
this.
theory, Dave.
Here's the theory. So you're 9 of you in that tent, or like 1 or 2 tents,
That's a small tent for 9 motherfuckers.
and then you get a sleet or
No, this
a
is-
sheet.
multiple tents, no?
No, that's like one big
I
ass
think
tent.
Oh, I was
two.
thinking this was a
Looks
tent.
like two.
That's a ski.
That's a ski,
That's
bro.
a ski.
That's a ski. Yeah.
But that's
So
a tent.
let's say
Yeah, the whole thing is
let's
it's
say
a tent.
say there's 9 of us.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a fucking
2 girls and 7 guys.
tight in a little tent.
2 girls and 7 guys.
Dibs on next to the girls. They're warmer.
What? I need the heat.
I know they're warmer.
We got a spoon.
Take your pants off.
I have hypothermia.
No,
I need your breasts.
The breasts are the warmest.
They're the warmest. It's science.
Trust me.
Trust me, I'm at the academy or whatever the fuck.
Trust me on
Again,
this one.
again we
Trust
need a
me.
female on this
I know,
on this
seriously,
podcast.
we're so, like,
Okay, so then the sheet avalanche
yeah, like this falls on.
comes down on you.
Smashes.
Yeah. So then what do?
Escape!
Yeah, we scramble.
everybody run!
We scramble, and then we go what? A mile away.
See, that's what I get. Like, why would you go a mile away? I'd be like, dig out all of our shit. Like, wouldn't you be like, I
I
gotta
would
get
get
my
all my shit.
I gotta get my shoes,
Get
my
all my
rations,
stuff.
like my
I agree.
shovels, like my skis. Why would you leave the
Yes.
ski?
You would not start traveling without shoes.
No, a mile away. You're like, fuck it. Let's keep walking.
I wouldn't walk in the snow
No.
with no fucking shoes on.
I wouldn't even be
Unless
there.
you're crazy. Again, back to your point. Like, I don't know the hypothermia.
Would they automatically
Psychosis.
have hypothermia?
But at that point, they don't have hyperthermia.
Oh, maybe they were trapped in
Not
there for
when
a
they're
while,
trying to get
though.
out.
What if they
Yeah.
were trapped in there for a while though?
Ooh, yeah.
Like they're buried and they're like
They're
like
just asleep.
hours later they're like, oh, we finally got out, and then
Yeah.
they're like, they're all crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So the idea is that the sleet came down, hit people hard, and there were a couple injuries.
Broken. Yeah.
A couple injuries, and then they were like, "Let's get out of here."
Go build a
And
fire. They
scrambled.
built a fire. They were found by a
and
little
they
fire
scrambled
pit.
away. They scrambled away a mile away, but maybe they were trying to get all the way down the slope, maybe to where it
To,
was
like,
flat
flat,
land
yeah.
in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But then how do they all die and lose their eyeballs?
Yeah.
And
Like, bite your fucking
Mouth,
hand off.
yeah.
Ah.
Bite your hand off. Like, the only thing I can think of is, like, I don't know, like, you're shivering so much that you're just like...
I need to feel anything. Like,
Now the girl who had missing eyeballs,
Yeah.
yeah, she's
she was found
right here.
face down in a riverbed. Now the theory behind that
Oh,
maybe
like
her eyeballs were
decay,
missing
like
is
the-
that the river,
fish
the
or-
water,
oh.
the water.
I mean, how long was she there
That
before?
doesn't make
like,
any sense.
Well, remember
Not
the
water.
indigenous people found them like a month later.
Oh, okay. That's a while.
It's a while.
The water
decay though, like you
would water just slowly take your eyeballs out?
I mean, water's made the fucking Grand Canyon, so like I'm sure if you take your eyeballs out, they're gonna fucking take rock away.
So another theory is catabolic wind.
What the fuck does that mean?
So which is another natural explanation which involves catabolic winds, which are sudden and powerful winds that forcefully drive people to abandon their existing shelter. These winds have created panic, causing the group to scatter. The theory is supported by the location's geographical susceptibility to those winds.
That's a negative Ghost Rider. I would never leave that tent. The winds are ripping. I'm like, we're not going anywhere.
That's the equivalent of saying like we get a little hurricane around here, and you're like, I'm running away without my shoes, and like
I know, naked in the streets.
No,
the winds are so. I'm gonna go outside. Like if the winds are so bad, why would you leave?
No.
True.
Why would you leave without pants?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Another theory is about something called infrasound, which is
they're making shit up around.
Just imagine the high-end sounds causing you to... So say we're in a tent and we're all cozied up in the tent.
Yeah.
And then all of a
middle
sudden
of night, everybody's sleeping.
It's negative 10.
It's negative 10.
There's 7 dudes,
two bitches in the fucking tent. Like,
and then all of a sudden you hear
spooning tight.
Spooning tight. Like, get over here, girl.
No, and you hear these insane wind whips,
and you're like, let's run out of the tent.
I mean, this sounds like a psychiatrist put this together, but essentially, like, you get crazy because
is this like is this like a
no? I don't buy that. I don't buy that. I know what you're trying to say.
Remember Close Encounters with like the fourth kind or whatever, when it's like the organ.
Right.
No. No, hell no. That's a no.
Would it be like?
Why would that cause you to walk out in negative 10?
Yeah, exactly.
No, because everybody's freaking out.
Would it cause you to freak out? Yes. Would it make you crazy that you can't even think through, like
putting shoes on?
Hey, hold on! I'm gonna take my pants off.
No, fuck it. Fuck this.
I'm gonna take my pants off real quick.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna take my shoes off. Fuck it. Let's go.
You know what's really gonna save me?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm really freaked out. I'm gonna go out here naked.
If you look at this picture, like homegirl's shoes are legit, like
I know,
tied on with like trash bags.
Eskimos.
Fucking, like they ain't taking that shit off.
Okay, other theory is military testing, because you have the 2 people who had radiation on their
old
things.
Magoo, and they're like, what if we put some plutonium in the bag? Like, what happens
The
then?
region was known for secretive Soviet military activities. Some speculate that parachute mines or other weapons testing were happening in the area, and they could have startled the hikers and caused injuries consistent with an explosion, where you had the impact on their bodies,
and also
being...
that also would make sense. Like if a fucking bomb goes off and like fucks the tent up, I can see people just dipping.
Yeah.
Yes. I can see you be like, I don't want nothing.
You panic.
I'm gone.
Now,
like bomb goes. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now remember the indigenous tribe that we talked about, right?
Yes,
the locals that were in the area, right?
Yeah, who were the instant suspects.
So they have gone on record saying that they saw orbs in the sky around this time.
Come on now.
I mean,
no concrete evidence of military involvement was found. Declassified documents and testimonies have not provided those links to those eyewitnesses.
Maybe it's like
but
a
this
little
is
alien
where
fucking. Like,
this is where the UFO thing came in.
Oh, the orbs,
right?
The orbs in the
sky.
I
did see an orb.
Strange mutilations.
I know.
You know what I mean?
But why would they be like, give me her lips? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm an alien. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe they're doing some experiments. Like,
so let's see how crazy we can make these motherfuckers.
Back to the military testing, right?
That makes sense. So the Soviets were doing weird shit.
Remember, this is 1959.
Yeah,
exactly.
Doing weird shit.
So this is well after World War II. This is 14 years after World War II, and right before the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh, okay.
In 62,
63.
Yeah, around there. And so nuclear weapons were a thing.
Right.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. And so supposedly the radioactivity of this could be explained by nuclear testing.
But you did say
how would that make you go crazy?
It was only on 2 people that they detected this?
2.
Yeah, only
2 out of the
No, because if there was any sort of radioactive material in the area, everyone would be radio. Everyone would be exposed.
Everybody.
Everyone would be exposed.
So it more likens to them where they worked at the factory.
Because like the way that radiation works is like, so what makes something radioactive? It means it's actively decaying. So like the atoms the atoms are breaking apart, but that's what radioactive means. That like.
So that's how you test it on, like, say, your shirt or your...
No, it's like, well, no, what happens, like, so you have a thing that's made up of atoms, and the atoms are literally breaking apart, and the particles are just flying off.
Okay.
So that's what radioactivity is. It's actually particles that are
flying. So if I died, and then you were like, oh, let's check out his shirt, how would they know that there's radioactivity on it?
A Geiger counter.
Okay. And so they would see that it was still happening.
No, like you can still see the remnants of that material, like, that's there.
Okay.
But... it goes everywhere. It's like non-discriminate. It's not like, oh, I only like attack one dude. It's like I fucking hit everything that's within a radius. Yeah. Everything's getting touched. Okay. Like it doesn't give a shit.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't care. It's not like left or right. It's like everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Which makes everything so much stranger because it was only 2 people with radioactive.
That's right.
And that, dude, I'm telling you, like, even if they worked in the factory, they would not be on them. It would not be like,
especially at least a month later.
And they said a high amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's at least a month later.
And water washes off radiation. Like I'm telling, like it's not fully, sense. But it wouldn't be like a high level.
Yeah.
It'd be like very minute levels, especially after a month in the fucking snow.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Another theory: animals.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I can see an animal ripping some eyeballs out for sure. But, not the crushed skull.
But there's no, there's no like there's no like slices
or like gashes.
There's
no other evidence.
If you saw a bear kill somebody, you would know.
Oh, that was
fucking, a bear.
Oh yeah, because it's like it's also like bite your fucking head off. Like
some say it was a wolverine. They attacked the group, at least 1 or 2 of them. And then they prompted them to flee their initial campsite to a different campsite.
Wolverines aren't that big, though. Like
I know.
Like that's the only thing is like a real Wolverine is
we
not
think
like,
about it like comic books and stuff.
No, like a Wolverine is like it's like a imagine like a really like pissed off badger.
It's like a hyena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a little dog.
So animal though.
I mean, I can see like with the eyeballs for sure, like 100%. But like the crushed skull and the crushed ribs,
the mouth and the tongue.
So maybe it's a combo. Maybe it's a combo of like mines, and they were running, and then the animals took care of them. I don't know. So maybe like maybe the explosives caused like the trauma, and then the animals.
So the biggest thing that is
explosives.
Remember that was one of the things that they were doing testing, like it was explosive because like
the radiation thing.
No, it doesn't explain the radiation.
Impact.
The impact, like with the skull.
I just want to make sure that you weren't talking about like radioactive.
No. The radiation is unexplained.
Yes.
I can't explain that shit. Like that's completely unexplained.
Yeah. Okay.
But the thing is, like, if it was an animal, like, first of all, there's no other signs.
And then why wouldn't they take the hands and shit? Like, why would they be eating everything?
Correct.
Why would they only go for the eyes? And then, I'm out.
And then licking the eyeballs out.
So here's the weird part that counters.
Unless they got scared away by.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Indigenous.
Here's the thing that counters it. So the original investigators found 8 footprints, like tracks.
Yeah.
But they didn't find any animal tracks.
I mean, it's snowing.
Then they didn't find. Then they didn't find any claw marks. There's no.
And animals aren't like fucking meticulous.
No,
right? Like they don't give a shit.
They don't have like a broom behind them. Like,
I know. They're also like, I'm gonna bite your nose off. It looks tasty. Like, I'm not gonna like.
So to be honest, animal seems the least.
Well, not
likely.
Not the least. Not the least. It's unlikely, but not the least likely.
So a more sensational theory is that of the UFO or the Yeti.
But I see.
I'm starting to lean that way.
The Yeti for sure, but the UFOs though.
So we have 2 things, right? And we're gonna post it on our. We'll put
maybe
it
that
on
would
all
explain
things.
That would explain maybe the radiation. Maybe they were like, I'm gonna zap these 2 motherfuckers with
so,
radiation.
On 2 only though.
On 2. Maybe they were like, bitch. I don't know. I don't know.
Zap them.
There are 2 things. There are 2 things. One is the indigenous tribe said they saw lights.
Okay.
So that's they saw the orbs. Yeah.
Right.
So that's the paranormal side. Then one of the last photos that are in the cameras found on the deceased.
I mean, that just looks like that could be a dude who took a shit, and they were like, got him.
Right.
But it's weird that the face is super black.
Yeah,
I mean, but
it is
a very bad
No, but would
photo.
you? I would be wearing a.
I would totally be wearing a
ski mask.
This is why ski masks exist.
Like, you're negative
for
10
negative 10.
This
is the whole purpose of
You say that, but most of them or all of them were found without clothes.
Yeah.
That's a really good. Oh, no, they were found without pants.
Pants.
Ski mask only.
Most of them were pants.
And this motherfucker's fully clothed.
Exactly.
Ooh. But maybe this is before. I mean, this could have literally just been like,
but again,
before they started like taking everything off.
I love how like Bigfoot and Yeti are like in every story. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like
it was like New York City,
Like,
1950.
somehow Yeti is like in Soviet Union in 1959.
I know.
He's also in Atlanta.
He traveled like overseas.
Yeah, he's also in Atlanta in like 88.
He took like a steamboat across like to go to Russia.
Yeah.
Like fuck it.
So I don't know. I mean, that's
all right.
That's the other. So in 2019, the Russian government reopened the investigation into the Dyatlov Pass.
Really?
But like, why?
And they concluded that an avalanche was the most likely cause.
It does seem, and with this, it seems legit. I mean, I'm not.
No, it does, but it doesn't explain like.
It doesn't explain anything else.
Exactly.
Other than the tent. Like the only thing that explains the tent.
The lack of definitive evidence means that the Dyatlov Pass incident continues to be a topic of speculation and study.
I mean, actually, no. The avalanche would explain some of the other things because the avalanche would explain them
how
like
do they lose their eyes?
No,
and their tongue.
No,
yes.
The tongue doesn't make any sense. But
and the eyes.
The eyes could have been the river.
Yeah.
But like, if this happens, and let's say they're trapped for a long time, they're freezing. Like, obviously, if you're being crushed by fucking snow. You're not going to be able to put your pants on. Let's say it takes hours.
Oh, so you're sleeping.
It takes hours. Yeah, you're sleeping.
Although it's strange that they would be not wearing pants when they're sleeping.
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but maybe they were. Maybe they were all smashing.
I don't know. Maybe the orgy, like a little tent orgy.
Maybe a Soviet Union smash.
No. That was fucking funny as fuck. Little Soviet Union smash. No, so then like you get this, and like let's say you're trapped for like an hour, 2 hours, you're freezing. You finally get out. And then I can see the hypothermia, like hysteria taking place, and they're almost like, ah! But yeah, I mean, I guess that I'm just saying like that could make sense. That is possible.
The avalanche.
Yeah, the avalanche is possible.
You would not smash any of those. Look at that photo.
No, but dude, you're cold.
Negative
10.
We don't know what it's like in 1959.
Dude, 1959, they were probably
hot.
That
was probably top notch.
Like, I don't even know which one's the girl.
We don't know.
Which one's the girl?
Exactly.
We don't know at all.
I mean, I think her.
What do you mean, which one's the girl?
I thought that was a girl, but now
that's
that...
No,
that's one of the Igors, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
There's like 7 Igors out of 8.
Yeah, like, I think that's one of the girls, right?
Yeah.
And then her for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if they look like the orgy bunch.
Yeah, exactly. I don't buy that.
But maybe they were. I don't know. Maybe they were like freedom from fucking.
So there's
Mother Russia.
But now, what's crazy about the story is that none of this was released because of the Soviet Union.
Yeah, there's like no
until
information.
the 90s.
Yeah, like no information sharing.
Like we didn't even know until the 90s.
Yeah, it's
like
pretty crazy.
Basically, we just knew that they died. Like that's 9 people went into the past and they died.
That's what makes me think it's like Soviet. Like the Soviet government's like, that's just weird.
Also, I don't like the radiation.
Radiation makes that's like the
that throws everything off. Yeah.
I don't like how they went. So they're experienced hikers. So they say there's an avalanche. Okay, they're in the tent. They have an avalanche.
Yeah, they're experienced.
They go a mile away.
Don't take your clothes off.
Yeah, and then they go a mile away.
Rule number 1.
They make
step 1. Clothes.
They make a fire.
Yeah,
like there's evidence of a fire.
Yeah,
and then they die.
And then they bite their fucking hands off. Like what the fuck?
I don't get
Jesus.
it. Yeah. Anyways, that's why it's continued to persist, and it's been around for 60 years. You know.
Damn, I don't know. Like, dude, I'm kind of at a loss here.
This
is
has
tricky.
Me some. I mean, if it was the indigenous people that came and they're like, I'm just saying, right? So this is one theory, right? They come, they battle out.
They throw like a plutonium rocket, like 2 of the dudes.
They battle out.
You.
What does that mean? They battle out.
Well, they're fighting, right? Like they're
killed. Like yeah, bite your own hand, bitch.
Yeah.
Bite your fucking hand off.
No,
right now.
that guy was dead.
That guy was by himself. Like fuck it. Yeah, like,
that one was already dead. Okay. But that would explain the crushed chest, skulls.
Head, yeah.
There could possibly even explain the eyes. Like maybe. Yeah, maybe they like stab the eyes or something.
Oh, the tongue too. Like that. I feel like it takes a human touch to cut a tongue out. Right.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally. You don't fuck with that.
I don't think an animal could even be like.
The thing is,
I just want the tongue.
If we fought, I'm not like there would be signs of some other like stabbing.
Yeah.
That if I stabbed you and took your eyes out,
or bludgeoning. Like,
well, I would kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would kill you.
No,
I would kill you
I
first.
win.
No.
I'd win.
Definitely
So
not.
then I would be.
No, but like after you're dead.
Wait, I don't know where I'm going with this.
It's just Eric just can't like be the first one to die. Eric's like, we've all seen the movies. I'm clearly not the first one to die.
Okay,
I'd be dead. I'm the dude who got the sciatica.
Okay, so
I'm
this
out.
is
My skin
I know.
color
Can you
never
imagine
dies.
being that guy though?
The Mexicans live forever.
Can you imagine being that guy though?
Who got the sciatica?
Just went home.
Who's like, I'm never going to the doctor
And then
again.
everybody was mutilated.
That's crazy, man.
That's he probably moved to
God.
the U.S. He's like, I'm out. Like, you know what? It's been real. Like, I'm
Dude,
just going.
that would suck. All right.
I wonder
so,
what he had to say.
I know.
That would be good to know.
He's probably like, I believe the government, whatever the government said.
The really gross one is that photo in the top right next to Jorge.
This one? Oh, this
Next
one.
to Jorge.
Oh,
no.
they're both next to Jorge, bro. What the fuck
top
are you?
right? The top right. That one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, this
How is that not the gross
No,
one?
Yeah.
because that one is like the body's melted. Like
Dude, no, but you
like-
can. This one you can see the fucking empty
I
eye
know.
sockets.
No, I know. But I mean, I just
It looks like
I
it's in
can't
like
even
in the
see,
river or
like, yeah.
something.
I can't even
It
see
does
what's
look like it's in the
happening.
river.
Yeah.
No, this is the worst one right here.
The
So you can
100%
you
the
can see
worst.
the eye socket.
And then this, what's wrong with this homie's face right
Well,
here?
that looks like the eyes falling out there. I don't know.
Okay, so
And like it's like a hat. Like
here's what we're gonna
you
do.
look like on a phone call. Shit. Like fucking-
So here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Jorge, I want you to start from the beginning. They go on their hike. What happens?
you tell me. You tell me,
You
Henry.
tell me what
Okay.
happens.
Go on the hike.
Their experience.
Obviously,
Their
their
experience.
experience. They
Experienced.
get to a point where it's nighty night time.
99.
They got.
They got 10.
Pitch your tent.
They're sleeping.
I firmly believe there's some sort of avalanche.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, do you think like
He's in there.
I'm telling you,
He's the
I think like
avalanche.
one homie went out to take a poop. Because there was
And he
like,
cut his way out.
no,
You
I
know
th-
what's-
no,
Oh,
I th-
before
I
the
think, I
avalanche?
think before the
Before
avalanche, he's like, oh man, I fucked the shit.
Ooh.
And then he goes
No.
out because
No, I don't buy that. I still think that they carried him out somehow.
Wait, back up. You missed. So there's
He
said
one
avalanche. He
said
One got
avalanche.
hurt.
They
And they
they have
carried him
to
out.
they have to cut out.
Yeah, cut out.
They
One
cut out.
guy maybe died in the tent and during the avalanche.
dragged his body
Just
out.
maybe like suffocated.
Oh yeah,
I
there
mean,
you
I
go.
don't know,
And
like-
they-
Chewed, yeah.
okay, so they got to carry him
Then they have
out. That
they
explains the
have 8
footsteps.
Footsteps. Yeah.
That
They
also
get to a point
that
where
also explains like the lack of clothing.
Because they were frantic.
Yeah,
no,
if
no,
you're
not
buried.
for me. Not for me. For the lack of clothing for me would explain. So they get out. They get to a point where they can build a fire. They're trying to survive, but then they get the hyperthermia. Now I don't know about anything about hyperthermia, so I'm taking your guys' word on the
Yeah.
whole thing of like that people
Psychosis.
go crazy.
They
and,
do.
like,
It's a true
okay,
thing. It's
okay,
a real
there you
fact.
go.
It's a real.
So
no,
I
it's a real
think that
fact.
happens, but at some point they run into the indigenous
Tribe.
people. Yeah, the tribe.
They're like these motherfuckers
And then
on
they're
our
like,
land.
"What the fuck are you doing on
This
my
is
land?
bitch. Stand your
Really?
ground.
Represent.
Stand your ground.
This is not your hood.
Really?
I'm gonna take this bitch's eyes.
You guys are in the wrong part of town."
You gonna
This
look
is
at
me,
me?
homie.
You gonna look at me?
This is not
I'm gonna
America.
take your
This is
eyes.
not America.
Right. So,
But this is all in Russian.
Yeah.
you know, I want to say like then at that point they fucking like fight it
No
out.
scuffle. The people
They
are
mutilate.
frozen.
The
They
problem
mutilate.
is like there's no other signs of like stabbing or
Yeah, there
like
would be like there would be
you know,
something.
right?
Like they're not just using clubs.
yes, or
Like-
everybody would have their head
Smashed
skull
in.
crushed
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's so
But-
confusing. I thought
At
maybe-
the same
maybe-
but at the same time I was kind of buying the UFO thing.
Mm.
Honestly, I love that.
I mean, I
love
think the
that
UFO
theory.
is the only
I mean, this
explanation
is-
for the radiation. Like,
Right.
That's the only explanation I can
I
think of.
do love. This is the greatest photo we've ever seen. Of
I
the
mean,
Yeti.
this is good.
I mean, of all
No.
the Yeti photos we've seen, that's like in the top 10.
I mean, this is
You know?
this is
If
like.
anything, that
hipster
is a
Yeti.
photo of one of the tribe members.
Oh.
I just think it hipster.
And they
it's,
were
it's,
like-
it's hipster Yeti.
And then they happen to capture it.
Okay.
The tribe member goes back, gets all his homies, and
He's
he's
like,
like,
get the squad.
yes.
Squad out. They get the snowmobiles.
Yeah.
They're like, let's get these.
He
mother-
goes back and he's like, you down to ride on these
Yeah.
fools?
like, come on, SA. Like, they talking shit, Holmes.
Yes.
All right.
I don't
All
know.
right.
It's something like
Somewhere
that.
there.
I don't really get the whole tongue, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get that.
definitely I don't get the radiation thing.
The radiation is the
Yeah,
biggest.
confusing.
I don't know,
I
man.
can't piece
This
it
one-
together
this
because
one's
of the
hard.
radiation.
Yeah. All right, Sean. Start from the beginning. They
I
go
mean,
on a hike.
They're on the
They're all
hike.
happy.
They're killing it.
Look at that. They're happy as
vibing.
shit.
Look at these two guys.
Hey.
That's day one.
I mean, they're doing fireball shots.
Oh, dude,
They're killing it.
This is Virginia. Repeat.
Vodka shot.
So I think that it does seem like there was some sort of avalancheal event. Whether it be heavy snowstorm, avalanche.
Snow on their tent.
I mean, a lot, too. It's not like a small... And the tent is crushed by snow.
Right.
So there is some sort of avalancheal event. I think that, maybe a couple of them get injuries. I think that explains a couple of the traumas, maybe the head or the chest trauma. They drag homie out. One of the homies is, like, down for the count. So they're like, that's why there's only 8 footsteps. I still don't know why you would sleep shoeless or pantsless, but maybe that's what they do in Russia because they're used to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they weren't worried about it. And then
maybe they like triple socked it.
But then I think that maybe they didn't have like I think they all probably had pants on, but then I do think hypothermia kind of set in. Maybe they take their pants off.
Started losing their minds
losing
a little bit.
Like they're taking the pants off. I think they start a fire.
It sounds so funny.
I can't explain why. Like maybe like one homie's like, this looks like a burger. Like eats his fucking hand off. And then I don't know. Maybe. Dude, I can't explain the radiation. I just really can't get behind it. Like I can make a really
unless
a good case for
that was
everything
inaccurate,
else.
And there was no radiation. Like it just got maybe reported, but like think about back in the 1950s.
They want to throw a little. Whoa!
Yes,
this is a weird reading here,
yeah.
Igor.
Yeah,
like
maybe they got it wrong. Maybe they got it wrong. It was inaccurate.
Yeah,
like it could be a detail that it got passed on, but it's inaccurate.
Maybe it was low, but it wasn't enough to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said high. Like they were saying high levels.
Probably like the same. They say high.
Yeah, the thing was said high levels.
They did.
That's why I was.
But maybe it was low. Like
they just misread it. They're like, damn, it looks high as shit. Like how many fucking.
They're like, hey, take a look at this hand over here. And they're like, oh, okay, anyway.
Radiation! Yeah. The motherfuckers get radiated.
You got distracted and they just marked it high.
So, so I think that, I really think that's what happened. And then, because that explains, that gives the most logical explanation for like the injuries. Mm-hmm. It's just the radiation thing. I feel like the government added that radiation shit in there just to like fuck everybody up. They're like, I don't know what happened.
Think about like the timeline back then. There was a lot of this whole, like you were saying, like Cold War, just nuclear war.
They didn't really know. They didn't really know what they were doing with nuclear weapons. They had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
So do we know if like there were shoes found in the tent?
They left them there.
They did.
Yeah, they left.
So all the shoes were in the tent.
Because I was gonna say like maybe they lost their shoes like afterwards, but no.
No, they left them there. And
you do not leave your tent without shoes.
Dude,
I
would go back. I would dig the tent. That's the thing. It's like why don't you dig the tent out?
Some of them were barefoot and some of them had socks on.
No, you would. I'd dig the tent
barefoot.
But the point was that the tracks were not with boots.
See that's okay. That
makes sense.
See now I'm like reneging on like my thing because like that's not super buried.
No,
I mean
no, but keep in mind
it would take us 10 minutes to fucking dig this fucker out.
Like, no, but keep in mind this was days later or a month even. I don't know when they found.
I mean, it's not like it's gonna be like
they found him like a month later.
It's not gonna go from -10 to 80.
We don't know.
No fucking way.
We don't know how much it melted.
I mean, I think it was.
But okay, what was the point? Let's say
my point is like
week,
even if there was an avalanche, like why would you like? Let's walk a mile without shoes instead of like, yo, let's dig out our shoes.
I agree.
Like, let me dig my shoes out of this. Like or walk a mile and build a fire a mile away.
Yeah.
Like, why go build a fire? Build a fire right there.
3 weeks.
Why could they build a fucking fire right there?
I mean, 3 weeks.
A lot could happen in 3 weeks.
Enough to melt.
Enough to go from -10 to fucking a hot, summery, melty day? Get the fuck out of town.
You're right. I don't know.
Avalanche hits and it's like, spring! It's just like magic. That's something ain't right about this.
Okay, so
what do you
got
think?
mine?
Because I'm fucking.
These are experienced hikers. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Experience,
right? They're experienced hikers. They know what they're doing.
Fine experience.
And I mean, they've been on multiple
hikes.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not like me and you going for.
No, we'd be fucking.
Look at these guys.
No. Oh, they're experienced.
They know what they're doing in 1959.
They got skis.
They know what they're doing. I believe. You ready?
Oh
I believe this is a soap opera situation.
What the fuck does that mean?
Meaning there was like some sort of love fucking triangle.
Oh,
like
and they got pissed.
Affair.
Well, it's like
yes, and an avalanche. Mix those together.
Oh, and then they got the little clicks.
And then
They're
they
like,
fucking
I'm
went
going
wild and started pop, 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 and they went crazy on each other. And they mutilated each other.
Oh, you think it was like a?
Yeah, but there's only 2 girls, okay? And there was
exactly.
Maybe they were all
exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's
6 dudes, 2 girls.
Scarcity.
No, wait,
I mean,
9
shit.
total.
Scarcity. I'm like, there's a limited number of holes, my friend.
So not a triangle, but like a octagon.
I love octagon.
I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it.
I mean,
because I don't believe that the psychosis would go so far that they would cut out their own eyes. I mean, because look how happy they look.
yeah, I mean, they look.
cut out
they're vibing.
literally. They cut out somebody's tongue and their eyeballs. Unless it was the water.
Maybe
but
the
that
eyeball
seems
girl
extreme.
like died, and then somebody's like, "Fuck it, I gotta eat."
Yeah, starving.
Let me go after her eyeballs, I guess.
The soft meat. I know, like it's not
Seems
frozen.
crazy.
I've tried eyeball before. Cow eyeball.
Shut up.
I have.
What did it taste?
Why and what did it
Like
taste like?
Nasty.
Just like eyeball.
Yeah. It was like
how much was it?
hard,
Eric, how much
watery.
was it?
No, it was
Eric's
not,
like,
it was
what's
not
the
good. I
pricing?
didn't finish it.
Was
I
it
didn't finish
was it
it.
Wagyu
It was
eyeball?
a little taco.
Give me a price.
Little taco stand in Mexico.
Ew.
100%.
What?
I swear to
Eyeball
God.
tacos?
Swear to God.
Dude, I was like pastor only, bro. Like,
I also try brains. Swear to God.
well, that's just the.
That was
like,
actually was not that
they-
bad.
the
That was not that bad. I
dude,
got
the tongue and the brains, like they fucking get down.
oh
right?
tongue all day long.
Yeah.
I
So
eat- I eat
Jorge
tongue
is
all
a
the time.
cannibal.
Jorge likes to. Jorge did it.
It's a fucking
Jorge
cow.
was in Russia.
You eat a cow every day, and so do you. Every day.
So
Actually
hold on,
true.
hold on.
I probably do.
Hold on.
You
Let's
do.
talk- Can we talk about the Yeti photo?
Yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Eric's like really.
Oh,
I can't believe
he's
that
hung
wasn't
up
part
on
of your
What's
this
the
Yeti.
theory.
percentage?
I like one,
Yeah.
maybe
Like
one.
not even.
There's a
All right.
one.
We're gonna post it. We're gonna do a poll.
because homie's wearing a jacket. Like he's
Exactly.
clearly wearing pants and a jacket.
If you would have
Best
shown
photo
me,
we've had of Yetis.
because
if
it's
you
a dude.
We don't have any other ones.
He's wearing a fucking like, his pants and
Yeah.
the shirt is a different color.
Alright.
It doesn't even look like fur.
Yeah.
Like homie's like dressed.
Yeah.
not a Yeti, 100%.
No, he's
not
wearing
even. I
fucking-
won't even give you a 1%.
He's wearing like coveralls.
Zero.
Like come on,
0.
dude.
All right.
I'm gonna go. with
Well,
it. I'm gonna go
so that's what we've come to the conclusion of, which is that it was a love affair.
with- wait, what?
We did not come to that conclusion.
Excuse me, bitch. He's like, and one of them like ejaculated fucking
It was a
plutonium
lo-
on the guy.
Honestly, it was a love affair gone wrong.
That's not what happened.
Nope.
Yeah,
Aliens. It was
This
definitely
is
aliens.
a love affair gone wrong. Right here.
Aliens conspiring
They
with
love
the
you.
Russian
Looks
government.
horrible.
This piece of shit.
All right, well, we'll that's what we got.
Hey!
Dyatlov Pass, everybody. Let us know what you think. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Honestly, we would like to know.
I'm fucking confused.
Because
I
we
don't
went
know.
over almost every theory. There's not really.
Let's
There's
put up
not-
a couple of
testing.
theories. Let's
You
do a
guys didn't-
poll.
Polls. We'll do polls. We'll
Yes.
do polls.
You
On
guys didn't like the
Spotify.
testing idea.
Huh?
You
I know.
the-
I thought that maybe the explosive testing was possible. For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But it
All right.
still it doesn't explain
There's
the
no
radiation,
evidence. Zero.
Let's do a little poll on
Yeah.
Spotify. You guys can go on there and vote. Let us know what you think.
though. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And we'll catch you guys next time.
99.